MAGA, don't let it happen. Please, please, don't let this happen. What's happening? You know what's happening. You're not dumb. You see it. Our movement is splintering behind Marjorie Taylor Greene, Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson. I want to make something very clear. I have nothing against those people, but I come from the old schools, and so do the Democrats. Do you remember when Joe Biden was president? Everybody knew he was crazy. Everybody knew he had lost his mind. Everybody knew he was a corpse sitting in the Oval Office. We all knew it. Not one Democrat ever turned on Joe Biden. They all knew he was crazy. That's the power of their party. I don't know what we can't figure out. If you want to know why we keep losing elections, it's because the first gravy train that rides by attacking Donald Trump, every one of you that's jumping over to support Marjorie, you can't support both. There's one leader. There's one creator in the MAGA movement. You cannot tell the man that created Make America Great Again what that means. He created it. Who do you think you are? I'm asking that sincerely. There is a plague in our minds. There's a rebellion in our hearts towards leadership. God raised up a leader. It's not Marjorie Greene. It's not Candace Owens. Not Tucker Carlson. It's Donald Trump. And do you know, just a few months ago, every one of you believed? Do you know you stood in lines at rallies for hours and days? Do you know you would have laid down and took a bullet for Donald Trump? What changed? Nothing. This president has earned your trust. I'll be honest with you. God help the world we live in today. There's no loyalty. We're behind you today and we kill you tomorrow. Marjorie Taylor Greene is a plague. And it's a plague that will spread. I didn't say she's a horrible woman. I didn't say she's evil. I said she's a plague. What do I mean by that? The moment you forget who God raised up as the leader, an infection gets in your mind called rebellion. Donald Trump is God's leader of this movement. You don't always have to agree with the leader. But you see, the Democrats, they never turn on their leaders. They never turned on Nancy Pelosi. How do you think she stayed in power? I don't know how they get it, but we don't. They never turned on Joe Biden, but our people, the moment our president doesn't take up our pet issue, we're ready to go with Marjorie or Candace. Oh, because he's owned by Israel now. Well, you didn't think he was owned by Israel when you voted for him. I'm pleading with you today. I don't know if it'll do any good, but what little influence I have, if you're watching me right now and you started to change lanes, I'm begging you to remember God raised up Donald Trump. Do you not think that it's not a good thing to put your hand against God's anointed leaders? I know we don't live in that world anymore. I get it. And that's why we keep losing. And we'll continue to, unless we wake up and realize Donald Trump was our man. God raised him up. Do you remember Kim Clement? God raised Donald Trump. You remember the bullet, right? If you hear one thing you don't like, you're ready to turn on him. What world do we live in now? I don't like this world. There is no loyalty to leadership except in the Democratic Party. When you find a leader that God's hand is on, if they make a decision today you don't like, guess what? That's life. Sometimes leaders have to make decisions because of information that you don't have. If you're watching now and you become disgruntled with Donald Trump, don't do it. He's God's leader. I want to live back in the 70s again. My grandmother taught me to honor leadership. I was taught to honor what God had anointed. I miss those days. The moment I knew God's hand was on Donald Trump is the moment my mouth shut up and I followed a leader. Can we not take the only thing the Democrats have right and learn from it? They never turn their leaders. Take the bait. So if you don't like his policy on Israel, so what? So what? You don't like his policy on this, so what? You voted for the man with full disclosure. You didn't believe nobody owned him then. Suddenly he's owned. Come on, folks. Get the plague in your minds. It's the bait of Satan and you're falling for it. We need every MAGA patriot to return back to battle under the anointed and appointed leader of this movement. You are not allowed to tell the creator of a movement what that movement stands for. You didn't create it. You're a Johnny-come-lately. While you're Marjorie, you were nobody. You not understand that, Marjorie. And that's not being rude or ugly, but go look. Donald Trump created you, Marjorie. You know, when someone gives you life, there's a word for that person. It's called a father. Fathers, their seed gives life. Without a father, there would be none of us here today, correct? That makes Donald Trump a father. He gave political life to many that were peons, that were nobodies. I'll start with podcasters. So many of you podcasters have made your millions of dollars on the back of Donald Trump only to desert him. You're not worth a grain of salt. You're what's wrong with the world today. Donald Trump was your father. Donald Trump was your father, and your Absalom is who you are. Do you know the story of that? David's son? You want to read about it. He got hung by his own hair because he turned on his father. Ron DeSantis did it, got so embarrassed. They give him the turn against Daddy. When someone gives you life in the spirit, spiritual father, political father, physical father, honor your father. Marjorie, honor your father. You were nothing, Marjorie. Ron DeSantis was nothing without Donald Trump. I was nothing without Donald Trump. When I stood up and supported Donald Trump overnight, my whole life changed. I've been so blessed for supporting Donald Trump. Donald Trump gave life to Professor Crow. Literally, this was a nobody. Still a nobody, but you get the point. Nobody knew my name. But you see, my grandmother raised me. She taught me. When someone gives you life, you honor them that your days may be long on the earth according to the Torah. You see what that means is? Do you know why Professor Dodo is still alive today? And do you know why I've never had to change my message? I honor my father. Donald Trump gave me political life. Do you know I have a platform today? When I push the live button on all my platforms, do you know I can get 20,000 eyeballs looking at this face because of Donald Trump? I don't forget where my blessings come from. And Marjorie, you forgot. Well, Marjorie, there's a path back for you because we love you. Candace, we love you. Tucker, we love you. You were our heroes. We don't kill our own. Come back home. Come back to Donald Trump. Recognize he is our leader and wait your turn. No, Donald Trump is not perfect. You really think that I'm that stupid? Has he made wrong choices? Absolutely. So did my father. but I honored him till the day he. Donald Trump's political death is not far away. 3 more years. Can we not wait our turn? Can we not? Anyway, I'm done. Have a good day, everybody. Look, I really think this message ought to be shared. I really do. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Shane Vaughn, but my stage name, Professor Toto. Donald Trump created that guy. And you can find my daily blog every day. It'll come to your email. Go to Substack right now and subscribe, free of charge. Substack, just look for Professor Toto, okay? And subscribe, and you'll hear my thoughts every day. Whether that's good or bad, that's for you to decide. But subscribe and find out. And also, my brand new book, Why Joe Biden Will Never Be a Legitimate President, is available now at thefakepresident.org. thefakepresident.org. Get my book today, The Great American Gaslight. God bless you. Thank you for watching. Share. Somebody needs to hear this today.